With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Duggan looking to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Duggan finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get the...
Odell Beckham Jr. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Dobbins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
What you just saw there, First-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now he's into the clear. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give up the middle to Dobbins. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. The Ravens at 11 and 5 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Throwing is Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Duggan will look to throw this. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Throwing, Duggan. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Harris running straight ahead. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Duggan to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Duggan now to throw. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Jackson to throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, report.
Now Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. To throw is Duggan. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Duggan. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here now a 3rd and 20. Back to throw. Dugan. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Dugan. It's brought in by Harris. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Strong running at the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. Yeah.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. 69 yards. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy. Duggan. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Duggan looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really taken it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back. Tucker with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this throw caught left side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 40 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dugan. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Off play action. Dugan being chased out left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Track 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw, Huntley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
79 Broncos.
Huntley working from the gun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back now in Baltimore.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he's got it to about the 40. And they're going to speed things up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dugan. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Brings up third and inches.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Ravens, 28.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Oh, some strong running.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
18 Cardinal, 18, check.
Here's Huntley.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
3rd down. Here's Huntley now.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mustang 19. Hustle.
4th down, Huntley.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Duggan will look to throw this.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
Kevin Duvernay on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Huntley. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency.